During many centuries in various parts of the world, various diabolical rites and ceremonies have been practiced in homage to various sinister gods who are believed to have many supernatural powers. These rites are generally known as voodoo, which consists mostly of black magic and the cult of death. The practice of voodoo invokes the supreme god, Baron Samedi, who is supposed to be able to revive the dead. This rite is presided over by Dambala, a kind of supreme priest to whom the witches or followers dedicate their diabolical ceremonies, the same as the snake priestess. Unscrupulous adventurers take advantage of these superstitions to put docile native girls under their power, transforming them into zombies so they will submit to their primitive instincts. There are many existing opinions about the living death. The truth is that many strange and horrible stories are told, like the one that happened in Corbeil to Captain Pierre Labiche. Well, here we are.
Splendid. I didn't think it would be such a difficult trip. Consider yourself fortunate that I was around to accompany you. I am sure people in these parts are unused to see a woman travel alone.
In due time, Captain Labiche. Women are no longer bonded to men as they were before. We know how to shift for ourselves.
I don't think that premise will hold true around here.
That remains to be seen.
Well, at any rate, if you need me, you have just but to say the word.
I don't think that will be necessary.
And about that club you belong to?
It's not a club. It's a well-founded organization that will change the world.
And how do you say it's called?
The International Anti-Saloon League.
Oh, quite right. Well, here we are. Oh.
I'll call a lieutenant.
I shall attend to that myself. I'll go along with you to the plantation later.
Thank you. How long will you be staying here?
Long enough to clean up the police department and reestablish law and order. Sergeant!
Yes, sir.
I am Captain Labiche, your new chief. Where is Lieutenant Wilhelm? Well? Deaf and dumb, huh? Never mind. I shall announce myself. Are these men prisoners?
Oui, prisoner.
My glass is empty. Thank you, Tony.
And the pleasure is mine, Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't get word of your coming.
That is quite obvious. I am Captain Labiche. And of course you are Wilhelm.
Yes, sir. At your service, sir. Your glass is empty.
That won't be necessary. I never drink alcohol.
Bravo! Captain Labiche, as a citizen of the Republic, I am shocked to find alcoholism rampant in the law enforcement agency itself.
Alcoholism?
Lieutenant Wilhelm, Mademoiselle Vanderberg. Mademoiselle Vanderberg is a temperance worker.
What? Temperance, Lieutenant. The salvation of the world. Modern science has shown that alcohol is responsible for 99.2% of all the world's sins.
99.2.
Oh, I see that it's taken care of. I want you to come with me at once to the plantation of Carl van Mulder. I presume you know the man?
Of course. He owns almost half the island.
Mademoiselle Vanderberg is his niece. She intends to stay with him while she's here.
I see. Very good, but it's quite far from here.
In that case, we should leave at once.
Yes, sir.
What's this, Wilhelm?
It's a voodoo funeral, sir.
Voodoo?
I don't understand. What is this voodoo?
Oh, it's a native superstition. They will bury their dead in a special place, which is supposed to be protected by magic. And they'll keep a vigil for 3 days and 3 nights, just to be sure.
To be sure of what?
Oh, to be sure that the bodies cannot be raised and made to walk at night, forced to work in the field.
Which I gather doesn't happen too often.
Not too often.
What's the matter, mademoiselle? Did he frighten you? Huh?
Captain, sometimes even I get frightened by these people's eyes.
In those eyes, you can guess all the cruelty of their diabolical ceremonies. Ceremonies produced by sinister witches and under the guidance of the mysterious Damballa. Legends say they even produce human sacrifices. They gladly go to their deaths with the hope that they'll be accepted into the legion of the zombies, winning the favor of Baron Samedi, and this way enjoy the privilege of the living death.
Damballa! Damballa!
Dambala. Dambala. Dambala.
It wouldn't be strange if now they'd bury one of their victims.
Welcome, Lieutenant. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Oh, and you have guests, I see. How charming. Do come in.
Herr Van Mulder, may I present...
Uncle Carl, don't you remember me? I'm Annabella.
Not little Annabella Vandenberg.
All grown up, as you could see.
Well, now, how many years has it been?
Oh, now, please, don't mention that.
And this is my superior from the mainland. Captain Labiche.
At your service, sir.
Captain, I'm honored. Please sit down, all of you. Kalea, some refreshments for our guests. This is indeed a surprise, my dear. What brings you so far from home?
I've come on behalf of a great cause, to ask for your help.
Well, if I can help you, of course I will. What is the cause?
To make a better world.
Oh. Well, of course, in a cause like that, I'm completely at your service. How will it be accomplished?
By destroying the demon. Drink.
Oh.
This is delicious, Uncle Carl. What is it?
Just a local beverage, made from bananas, I believe.
And sugar.
Captain Labiche, you have a fine young officer here in Lieutenant Wilhelm, and a more peaceful island than Colby would be very difficult to find. So what brings you here?
Not peace, Herr Van Mulder.
The sword, then?
I'm a man of the sword.
It is said that he who lives by the sword
Must have a strong arm, Herr Van Mulder.
What are you two talking about?
They're having some jokes among themselves, mademoiselle.
The humor seems rather grim.
You see, mademoiselle, your uncle suspects I have come to this island to make trouble. This is not correct. Trouble is already here. And I have come to stamp it out, to bring law.
Whose law, Captain? The people of Colby have had their own for centuries, and...
Pagan superstition, witchcraft, magic, ritual mutilation, human sacrifice, and other practices of a sort, which cannot be discussed in the presence of a young lady. Your pardon, mademoiselle.
What sort of practices?
Well, the young men and the young women get together and...
Wilhelm.
Yes, sir.
You see, Herr Van Mulder, to me the law is a simple matter. There is right and there is wrong.
And you are constantly amazed by the number of people who fail to recognize your simple formula.
Herr Van Mulder, you have a great influence here. I had hoped that we could be allies, you and I.
Perhaps we can, Captain. Perhaps we can.
Fine.
Come into my laboratory. I'd like to show you something.
had no idea you were a scientist.
Oh, my interests are many and varied, my dear. For years, I've been making a study of the culture of the people of Kirby.
How do you like this little fellow?
Did you know that when the Egyptians were raising the pyramids, the people here on this little island were raising something much more important, or perhaps less tangible?
And what would it be?
A power. A vast, untapped power that has laid dormant for thousands of years, just waiting the key to unlock its secrets.
Oh, I see. And where is this power to be found?
In the human mind.
And the key?
Captain Labiche, you see that tiny mirror and the weight attached to it? Do you believe that by the mere concentration of a human will that can be made to move?
That? Of course not. What nonsense.
Of course, for you, then it would be impossible. But I believe. Therefore,
And that is your vast untapped power?
one man alone did not build the pyramids. You saw the tiny movement of that mirror caused by the concentration of one human mind. Think what would be done by the concentration of thousands of minds, all stronger than mine, upon one single object. Oh, we would indeed have a new world. No more war, no pestilence, no hunger, famine, disease. Perhaps even no more death.
Bah. Politics. I am disappointed you think me so gullible, Herr van Mulder.
My life's work, a parlor trick. Kalea, this gentleman would like a more impressive demonstration.
Tremejei. Jimbabo. Benfere. Kalendiso kalendo.
Captain Labiche, I must warn you that if you insist on interfering with the customs and traditions of these people, it'll be very dangerous, not only for you, but for others. In the name of humanity, I beg you to go back to the mainland at once and leave this forgotten island in peace.
I am the law, Herr van Mulder. And the law can forget no one.
Good day, Mademoiselle Vandenberg. I hope we meet again under more amusing circumstances.
You know that Dambala does not like this kind of thing.
No! No, don't do it. Please. Please.
Tambala, Tambala. Who is this Tambala? Hogwash.
Oh, the religious symbol. Their leader. You're not important.
Witchcraft. Living death. People sacrifice in ceremonial rites. And you say it's not important?
Look, Captain, this is not Paris. You do well to respect these people's customs. That was the first thing I learned when I got here.
What you didn't learn, Lieutenant, is how to cope with these fanatics. Now it's up to me. Tonight we'll find a ceremonial site and surround it.
Interfering with these people's religion is playing with fire.
I'm used to it, monsieur. Make the necessary preparations.
This way, Captain.